Welcome back, my dear friends. Today, 31, we're on page 161 in the Orchos Tzadikim, Ways of the Righteous. Chassid nikra al shem busha. The term chassid, which is the pious, are called so because it is derived from the word busha. Ki chassid loshan lavan. What is chassid? Chassid comes from the term white, from the term chassida, literally the white one. Chivarta. Viksiv v'lo ato ponav yechevoru. And his face will not now be white. And the targum of shame is chisuda. V'kol zelama. What do we need to know all of this? Ki hachasid tzarech lizbal busha kedei lekayim es haTorah. Because someone who's truly pious will have to handle busha, have to handle shame in order to fulfill the Torah. And a person should not pay attention to any type of shame in the doings of a mitzvah. And that makes you pious. When you're pious in doing a mitzvah, then you get to this level of prophecy. And it's referring to, and then Hashem spoke in a vision to chassidecha, to your saintly ones. And our sages tell us, what is that referring to? That is referring to the pious ones who are able to handle a bit of shame. And you will attain fear of heaven through this shame. What is fear? When it's visible to the face. What type of fear is visible on the face? Shame. Shame, you're able to see. You have to be very, very careful, warns the author, not to shame another person. Shame is for you. Shame is not for others. You don't have to be shaming others or embarrassing others. Ki amru chacham, our sages said, Amal ben espnei chaveira barabim en lechelek lo lamabad. The Talmud tells us that one who embarrasses his fellow in public has no portion in the world to come. Avak haretzicha hi halbanas panim. The flavor of a murderer, what is akin to a murderer, is one who embarrasses his fellow in public. Ki azal sumka v'osi chivra. This is in Aramaic, because his pink color leaves his face, he spills his blood, and the white takes over. It's like you've murdered, you've spilled their blood. And so our Seder said, the pain of embarrassment, of that whiteness, is more bitter than death. The Talmud says that one should throw himself into a fiery furnace rather than humiliate his friend in public. V'lamdu bin Tamar. We learned this from Tamar, the daughter-in-law of Judah. Afalpi, even though she'tzi'uhu lisar, if they were going to take her and burn her, lo ratzalahal bin pnei Yehuda, she did not want to humiliate and spill the blood of Judah. So she said, whoever's stick this is the person who impregnated me. She didn't want to say, it was you. She didn't want to embarrass him. Even when the Torah tells us to criticize your fellow, like the Torah says in Leviticus 19:17, what does it say there? Esamisecha, your fellow. And what does it say after that? And do not bear sin because of him, meaning don't embarrass him. There's a way to do it. So how do you properly reprove your fellow? First key, it should be in private and gently. But if you rebuke someone in public, or you do it in a way that humiliates him, then you're going to cause sin because they're going to despise your words and they're going to continue to do their sin, and now it's going to be on your account. If someone just embarrasses their friend for something they've done wrong and not even with the intention to try to properly reprimand them, we know that the destruction of the temple came because of the story of Kamtza and Bar Kamtza, where he was humiliated publicly and he reported on the rabbis and on the sages to the Romans, who consequently destroyed the temple. Lochein, top of page 167. Lochein tzorich adam lizar mehod. A person needs to be extremely uber cautious. Shelo yaseh davar asher mimeno tagia l'shum adam ba'olam boshes. Be careful of doing anything that will cause anybody to be embarrassed or humiliated. Gam yizar afilu b'divrei Torah. A person, even in his studying Torah, im yisav yitein im chaveru v'shamesh chaveru Torah. If you are talking in Torah study with your friend, which the Torah says, argue, disagree, fire with fire, Torah, even then it has to be in a way that's appropriate, that's not going to humiliate and embarrass someone. Don't say ta'isa. Lo yomer lo ta'isa. Oh, you're wrong. You made a mistake. Oh, ein chamevin, you don't understand. Ma ta'omer, you don't understand what you're saying. Im kayotze ba shelo yisbayesh. You don't want to embarrass them. Ella omer lo, rather tell them, kach kibalti merabbai, say, you don't have to reprimand them. You don't have to criticize them. Just say, this is what my rabbis taught me. And then you can tell them. Oh, yase atzmo ki'ilu lo hevin shata. Or you can make it as if you don't realize that they made a mistake. You can make it like you don't know. V'chein lo yichane shem l'chavero. You should not name or call your friend by a nickname. Shelo yisbayesh. You can't. Don't call them Shorty. Hey, Shorty. Right? That's embarrassing. The Torah says that if you call your friend by a name like that, you have no portion of the world to come. It's very severe. Elohim yachpotz ledaber beish asher yesh lo kinui gam shelo befonav yomar ploni ubemakam ploni o bno shel ploni o yomar bo simonim ad sheyeh nikar zulas kinui. It's better, he says, don't call someone by a nickname. Oh, everyone calls him Shorty. You can say, yeah, Yankel. You know Yankel, the son of that person. Don't call them by their nickname. That's humiliating, even if they're not even in front of you. But others shouldn't laugh on his account. V'lo yomer adam barabim o biyochid ploni rotza liten li bito ve'ani lo rotzisi osa. You know that guy? He wanted me to marry his daughter, but I said no. It's not for me, his daughter. Right? So what are you doing? You're humiliating him. He's running after me. I said no. You got to be very, very careful about that. Ki bozehu nosin kavod la'atzmo. You give yourself honor, v'busha l'chavero, an embarrassment to your fellow. L'chein yidaktik b'chol inyon shelo tagia busha l'chavero mitoch devarav. A person needs to be extremely cautious that embarrassment does not come to your friend on your wings.